And we're moving. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Today on the program, Lagos intervenes to ease cost of living crisis, approves work from home, slashes transport fare, and introduces food subsidy. And later on, this one, Ohaneze warns Igbos against joining nationwide protest. I'm hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju. Jide, I greet you.
I greet you, the citizen.
And we're joined by Charles Ideho. Charles, I greet you too.
Absolutely greeting.
Now, the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, then, our first story. So we start from Kogi State. Now, being proactive instead of being reactive is the way to go at a critical time like this. Kogi State Hemsman Ahmed Usman Ododo has taken a proactive stance in ensuring the distribution of food palliatives to the less fortunate individuals in the state. He emphasized the importance of letting impoverished members of society receive the assistance they need during these challenging times. Very well said. But the bigger challenge for me is how desperate men at bay. But first, let's hear the governor himself.
I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and admiration as we come together to express our profound gratitude and appreciation to Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, for his unwavering support in facilitating the distribution of palliatives to the indigent members of our community. This noble initiative exemplifies his commitment to the welfare and well-being of all Nigerians, especially those most in need. The current challenges we face as a nation demands that we must strengthen social safety nets, provide emergency assistance, and ensure access to essential service in ways that our people will not feel abandoned by their very own people they have voted into positions of responsibility. Our modalities for the distribution are watertight to ensure heat-free distribution to households across 239 wards in the 21 local government areas of our dear state. We have put in place a mechanism to track, identify, and deal decisively with those who may want to test our resolve by hoarding or diverting the items from those who need them most amongst us. Government officials are not to be shared from these palliatives. Rather, you are expected to make your own contribution.
Yeah, Jide, your state is in the news. Good one.
For a good reason.
For once.
Not for once. It's
Okay.
not in your place to assess us.
Okay. So I better talk about my Akwa Ibom. Go on.
Well, if you will not say for once, you can be friends. But if you say good things happen occasionally in my state, since everyone knows I've officially returned to the
From
state,
Ekiti back to
then you are looking for my trouble. Some years back, so 5 years ago,
yes.
you could get away with saying that.
Temporarily renounce your.
You could get away with saying that. But now
But seriously,
I'm
Governor
feeling bad.
Ododo
So welcome back
tells
to
me
Kogi.
it can be done.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you see, this is what we've been telling the governors to do. And if you do it, we will show the world.
Yeah.
If you are saying, we've been sharing palliatives and we can't see
Let us
evidence.
See, let us see.
So the question is, were you sharing it
ghosts.
at midnight? You know? So, look, that civic center in Kogi, in Lokoja, that Abelo built, beautiful place, you can have rallies and all that. They brought these things there. Each local government will take their own, go and give their people. I saw the video of the Kenya local government.
Okay.
Yes, as they were collecting their own and all that. So this is what we want to see. No one is saying this is the solution. Those who enjoy seeing nothing good in things good, they will say, oh, it's palliative, the solution. No one has said it is the solution. When America ran into recession, we remember what Obama did. He said, look, we will spend ourselves out of recession. And he stepped on toes. That one is a different matter. When the time comes, we'll come back to what Obama did to bank chiefs.
Yeah.
And if our current leaders fail to take a good look at those bank chiefs and punish those who deserve to be punished, we won't go far.
Oh, yeah.
They should remember what Obama did. Some of them committed suicide when Obama descended on them. Because what he said was, look, this is the Kenya local government. So Ododo has done a good thing. And what Governor Ododo has said is, this is going to be quarterly.
Yeah.
At least you are sure or something. Look, when you do these things, not everybody can partake. But let's even take steps. Customs now, they are saying, oh, they are going to sell a bag
I think
for 10,000 naira. Yes.
No,
There is no way that it won't begin to bring down food prices, especially rice. Even now as you speak, did you see the story of a rice seller in, I think, Jigawa State, who said is prepared to sell rice at 40,000. Whoever wants to buy 40,000. There are people
crash the price.
There are patrons who are determined to crash this price because some of what we are experiencing is the result of sabotage.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Profiteers and all that.
What those cement makers are doing, if it is not sabotage, what is it?
Yes.
Until they confronted them, they were going to sell cement at 20,000.
Yes. They were going. They were heading
there. They were already on 15.
They were heading there.
Now they said, okay, we'll sell between 7 and 8, depending on the location. A person who could sell for 7 and 8, but went to as far as 15.
15,000 there.
What kind of brainwave are we talking about here? So let's help our people. Let's help the most vulnerable in our societies. That's what we are saying. Let more governors do this. The governor of Ogun State too has said, okay, I'm spending 5 billion, easing the pains of our people.
Yeah.
Let's begin to see the governor of Ogun State do it. We saw Benga Daniel too in Jebode. You saw what he did.
Yeah.
And he said it will be continuous. Other federal lawmakers, let's see them. Let everybody jump in and assist in this very difficult time that we find ourselves.
That's right.
That's the solution. Not name calling. Name calling will not bring down food prices.
Charles, but my trouble here is the distribution, the process of getting this thing to
getting across to those who need them.
Yeah.
Okay. I first, as you said, I think I agree with him that it's applaudable because after all, we have left the Greek city-state period long time ago where people gather at the square and talk about their collective destiny. Now we practice representative democracy and all. So we can't all go there. Those who go there who represent our interests, this is the time for them to actually look back at those who surrender their money to them collectively and for whom they are holding this thing in trust. Now, if you also look at where you are having a problem, it is now we begin to look at again the issue of data gathering and data management. Because this thing, no matter how much of watertight measures that Ododo must have put in place, it is fraught. I mean, with certain things that, because they're always in the system. Those who don't like the poor, those who don't like
the so-called Nigerian factor.
The Nigerian factor also go over there and all that. Yes. What he has done now in the first, maybe in this first stanza,
yes,
it may be a considerable success. But once we now start again the next quarter and you see how it is, if the man blinks, you see people who will move in, the hawks will move in and all that, and start stealing, and then and then still now go back to how it was. And then the poor again will now have a problem.
Yeah, so because as you're seeing the pyramid, you know, profiteers are thinking something.
They're thinking something exactly what I'm saying. I didn't say it's 50 trucks of. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
It's about 50 trucks in this first. So people who are being in the system, who really profit from the system, as we said, most of their job is they'll be planning. How can we shortchange the system so that it can benefit us and all that?
Oh, yeah,
so that's exactly where the government has to be. Up and do it. Don't blink, because if you blink, then the hawks will come in again, and then
all right.
The civil servants, government officials,
stay away.
Yes,
exactly. Stay away.
So if we see rice in somebody's house, we see rice branded in this one, in somebody's house, a government official,
then we know.
We dare to raise alarm.
How did it be?
Your people have started.
Okay, Governor Ododo, we wish you, as we always say, Godspeed, because you need it. All right, to our next story. You know, the crazy times that we're in are characterized by a sense of urgency or a need for taking the bull by the horns. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu declared work from home for civil servants and a 25% reduction in public transport fares. The introduction of the 42 Sunday market seems it seeks to crush mounting prices of basic food items across the length and breadth of Lagos State. Again, about 50,000 pregnant women would be exempted from health charges each year. In desperate times, we would either find a way of, or make one, as they say. But first, let's share the story by TVC. Our man there is Adedoja Salam Adeni. Welcome. Let's go there.
It's more like an annual general meeting. Journalists from different media, social media and traditional media are eager to hear Governor Sanwo-Olu and also ask salient questions affecting residents. As Nigerians are presently grappling with the ripple effect of the federal government's decision to remove fuel subsidy and the foreign exchange crisis, the governor acknowledged the tough time citizens are going through. For him, there are plans for Lagos residents to ease their burden.
From this weekend, we're throwing back a 25% reduction on all public transportation, on our trains, on our ferry services. Immediately from next week, we're working out a plan where civil servants from level 0, from 1 to 14, will come to the office maximum 3 times a week.
Answering questions on palliative, the governor said there is plan to set up Sunday markets and also ease the burden concerning health.
About 42 markets in Lagos, stable, food items. But this time, you'll be buying, but you'll be buying at a reduced cost. We're going to cap what you can buy at not more than 25,000, and we'll be giving you a 25% rebate immediately there. We're doing a food purchase and redistribution that will cover about 300,000 households. We want to identify mama put caterers that are in your look, and we want to be able to feed between 1,000 and 1,500 in every local government per day, at the first instance for the next, 30 to 60 days. So immediately, where all our 31 general hospitals will be given free child delivery, either during normal birth or cesarean birth, we will take up the cost so that we reduce the pressure. We are also working with them to reduce the cost of some particular types of drugs, hypertension, diabetes, and we can give a rebate at our hospitals.
On urban renewal, Governor Sanwo-Olu said Lagos State government is not targeting any tribe, gender or religion before embarking on demolition exercise.
The media chat is part of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's plan for regular engagements with Lagos residents. The input from journalists would help provide information that will guide government's decision on planned programs before their implementation and engender swift intervention on matters that affect the people. Adedoja Salam Adeniyi, TVC News, Lagos.
Charles, that's certainly taking the bull by the horns.
Yes, the bulls, the stubborn bulls, if you will. Because over time we've been traumatized. we found both from all aspects of our national lives, people are actually suffering and all that. And that's why I say sometimes, yes, you can run market economy, but there's nothing stop you from when you have a problem such as we have in Nigeria today, then you can borrow from socialism. I mean, it's a matter of how to take it. It's welfareism. Okay, welfareism, I wanted to say. So you can find a way to also reach out and say, okay, how can we use welfareism to actually cushion it? After all, it's a stopgap measure. Nobody said it's going to be continuing forever. So if you have that, then you reach into your whatever you have, where you store the money and all that, bring it out so that people can, as the president will say, so that they can breathe. And then people can also, okay, they heave a sigh of relief and say, what do we do next? Before they now begin to look at what can they do to reach out to make money. Because anybody who's hungry, there's no way. The person is prone to, his head will go to so many places that will be improper. So what we are having here now is I think it's a good start. But it's not something that is going to continue forever. People must have to be told that truth. It is a stopgap measure. That's why it's called palliative. When somebody is sick, you give the person an analgesic for him, the person to go to bed.
Yeah.
But what you use to cure the person is there. It's just it's palliative. Palliative is not something that it lasts forever.
I'm looking at a 3-day work week.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was also going to that place. Yes.
They work from home.
I mean, if you look at, I think it's Google and some other big mighty global brand. Most of them, it's almost empty. What they do now is that they encourage people to work from home, right? Since the COVID-19, more people work, and people even make more money working from home because you are not tied to this 8 to 7 or whatever they call it. Then you have to contend with the traffic. You have to contend with all these vagaries of the society and all that. So you find them sit at home. They can plan their time, submit their work and all that, and do that. And I think it's going to help the productivity of the state workforce.
Sometimes you cannot but want to be cynical. Those people, those black legs, because they are there, if you catch any, punish them.
Yeah.
And you will be wrong. Punish them to send a message.
It's, government has to do that. There are many things that government likes to do that on our own we sabotage. The governor said they are going to subsidize food items being sold in Lagos markets. They are going to have 42 Sunday markets, and people can buy
at reduced prices,
at subsidized rates. They then put a proviso that you cannot buy anything above 25,000.
Yes.
Okay.
That is silly.
The reason is obvious.
That is silly, yeah.
Somebody who knows that they are selling rice here at reduced rate, maybe 25% of the cost had been shaved off the original cost. He can take that commodity somewhere else to sell so that he can make money. That is what we are doing to ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what people want to make profit. We are talking about those cement people.
An example.
What is it that they use in producing cement that they do not source from within the borders of Nigeria? They should tell us. They should tell us. We're not talking about gas. The price of gas has gone up. Within so short a time that it went up, you are now thinking of 15,000. Because you think there's no government here, that you can just do what you like. People no longer think about you and I. They just want to make money. It is the attitude that we see in our banks. It is the attitude that we see in our market.
Even in government offices.
And in government offices.
Yes, exactly.
Some of the rice meant for IDPs get diverted and rebagged.
Exactly. And then
there have been arrests of whole trucks taking rice to the northeast meant for what's it called? Meant for IDPs.
Yeah.
Rice heading for the northeast, meant for IDPs, because you know it's a war torn zone. Hijacked along the way, diverted, and police made arrest. It was a big problem in Borno State at some point, to the point that even the police and the army, they engaged in a shootout over rice meant for IDPs in this country. So whatever government seeks to do, there has to be some measures, solid measures that will ensure that this whole thing is not abused. And then, given the nature of our government to sometimes sleep on duty, the tax that we have, because if you listen to Sanwo-Olu yesterday, when he was answering this question, it took him about 35 minutes to answer just that question.
To tell how important it is.
Yes. Because I asked, what is your strategy? I told him, people are going through a lot at this time. What is your strategy to ease the pains? We've been told that you governors are not doing enough. Just why, Father, you are earning more than you used to earn from FAC. And we saw his strategy yesterday. He enunciated his strategy. But they say that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty.
Yeah.
What we need to do as journalists, as stakeholders, as civil society, is to ensure that those steps that the governor has said he will take gets implemented.
And keep reminding them.
That is our duty. To remind him from time to time that Governor Sanwo-Olu, you promised to do this. We are being told that you've not been doing it. It's 3 months down the line, you've not started. You know, when you put leaders on their toes like that, you are not thinking, this person will fight me. For me, I don't have permanent friends.
Or permanent
among the governors. No, when I say permanent, I know what I'm
saying. I know.
Yes.
No,
people
say they tease you.
No, I will explain.
So that people don't get...
I'm a man who takes charge of the spoken word. When I say I don't have permanent friends, the point that I'm making is I can fight you anytime if you step out of line. It is our duty as journalists to say, okay, this person, Nigerians are suffering, you caused it. What are you going to do? And if you promise us that you are going to do this, you are going to do that, we have
to call you out.
Yes, we have to ensure in giving Nigeria the Abacha loot.
Yes.
They told us that civil society should be involved.
Yeah, involved at times.
Yeah, to monitor how the money is used, so that the Abacha loot doesn't get relooted
again by another Abacha that is
alive. So as we are building roads, building Lagos-Ibadan Expressway with it, building the second Niger Bridge with it, building the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway with it, civil society was also involved. That was the condition. So today we are saying, Mr. Governor of Lagos State has said, women from now on, women, once they come to Lagos General Hospitals to give birth, it is free. Some states like Yobe were already doing that. Were doing that before.
I think that also does.
So if Sanwo-Olu has said, okay, this is what I want to do, those civil servants, they must not take money from anybody. That vigilance we must ensure, because I listened to him. What he was saying at a point, I was proud of him.
Very passionate.
Because I felt, okay, these are not even one-off thing. If you are helping people, because it's a lot of pain that people go through, whether it's cesarean or manner, it's a lot of money. So if you can do that, that would take some of the burden away from people. Family. You can't say because things are difficult, people should not sleep with their wives again or procreate. We can't say that.
No.
We have no authority to say that.
Nature was,
but when the government steps in to say, okay, we will help.
To cushion the effect.
To cushion the effect, because it's part of the cost. It's part of the cost that people are bearing at this time.
Okay.
But I have a flip side.
Hold on. Okay. Let's observe this break. We'll be back. Let's make some money. It's natural. So come with us, we'll be back.
Old soldier never dies. What is the matter with old soldier?
This pensioner's verification will finally kill old soldier. Eh? See his condition. Just imagine the stress from the last verification.
You have not heard about the pensioner's verification application. Eh? No hassles. My daughter did for me from her smartphone.
Eh?
So simple. All you need is your national identification number or driver's license. That's all.
Go to the Google Play Store for Android phone users or App Store for iPhone users on your mobile device and search for Military Pensions Board. Download the application named MPB Verification and follow the instructions for your verification with the Military Pensions Board in 7 easy steps.
Old soldier never dies. No retreat, no surrender.
All right, folks, welcome back. Yeah, Jide, another intervention announced was the Sunday market.
I am really for it.
Yeah.
In some parts of the world, there are markets where...
Designated.
Yes, where you can get your stuff at rock bottom.
For everyday people.
Yes, you know. If I go to a big grocery store like ShopRite, for example, they have some fresh stuff. But you know, they could give me 4 bulbs of tomato and said, it's 15,000. I have no reason to complain. I knew, I knew that.
By choice.
Yes.
You wanted a tush place.
So, but there are places where government helps to buy commodities from farmers,
from source,
off-takers,
from farmers, and then they are creating those hubs. Lagos has begun. If you observe, last week, Doja did a special on one of those hubs where you just go and buy those fresh tomatoes, fresh vegetables, you know. So he's saying that right now their plan is to buy those and create those hubs across
the
state where people can go buy their stuff with ease, in good condition, and at a much cheaper rate than they could get it elsewhere. Government, you see, Thailand, for example, they still subsidize rice. They produce a lot of it, but they subsidize. There is no country where you don't have some level of subsidy.
And it's not a death sentence.
What he has told us now is that even transportation, they will work with the unions and give us transport subsidy, which reduce it by 25%. That will also take part of the burden away from. So it's not intervention that we are calling for. It's not simply to distribute rice to people. It depends. There are various ways by which you can do it. Government now, President Tinubu, refusing to allow petrol prices to hit the roof is part of intervention through the foreign exchange. I hear people say, oh, he has started subsidy again. If he has started paying subsidy, how come those states got 1.14 trillion again? That's what they shared. Subsidy is still very much here. What the president said was that if we need to intervene, we will not fail to intervene. And in this case, a responsible government knows that this is not the time to increase petrol price. So you have to intervene through the foreign exchange that the importers need, because it's not NNPC alone that imports. The foreign exchange that importers need to keep the price stable, you intervene through it. Make it available to them. People say today the landing cost is 1,000. I don't care what the landing cost is. What I care about is don't increase.
Don't increase it so that
so if you are doing it, anybody who says, oh, he's paying subsidy, that is your problem. He should not increase it. That is our goal. Let the price, already the price is too high. So if he intervenes to keep it stable at least.
So and make it affordable.
How can I quarrel with that? Okay. How can I make an issue out of that?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the thing. There has to be intervention. What Sanwo-Olu has done is to intervene in critical areas. He's saying, and look, for the civil servant, what is the salary of the average civil servant? If he can stay at home, you know,
and save some money from...
he saves some money from
even
transportation costs.
Yes.
Is huge.
Chops,
and when you get to work, you see it.
Even the stress, community stress also.
Yes.
You also have to reduce that and then increase their productivity.
They have dozens of buses.
You know?
Taking workers.
Yeah, workers to and fro.
But he acknowledged that those buses are not enough. So you still have to intervene in other ways. So these things, as long as the government implements those promises in single-minded fashion, honestly, Lagosians will be happy and we will see the effect. We will certainly see the effect. But let's hope that as he has made these promises, he will walk the talk. That's what is important.
You know, Jide talked earlier on about the media. You know, this in soccer they talk about kick and follow.
Yeah.
Following the kick, so to speak.
Yes. Well, it's very important because we are the fourth estate of the realm, and then we have a responsibility that has been assigned to us by the society. It may not be government, society, to always ensure that information dissemination is made available to people. We let them know what's happening. After all, those who are in power that we surrender our mandate to collectively, those people do not have access to those people. We have access to their activities, which we now report to those who...
Charles, but many of us must shun unsubstantiated reports.
Well, exactly, because after Babaji, you all know that there are journalists and there are journalists.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see a story, when I was an editor at that time, when I read the first, from the headline, you know what we call Agbelero? Agbelero story and all that. Of course I do. So when I see a story, I see the headline, I say, bros, I don't know where you pay. They say, I say, this headline is smelling of money. So I now look at even the very first paragraph.
Yeah.
This paragraph is the promotion is there. So all these things we know. So, but a true journalist who has been trained on this job, the profession, will first of all look at what should I do to ensure that information gets to the people.
Authenticate the source.
Authenticate the source of the story. Ensure that, and then go to. You don't have to work because sometimes I'm even shocked that even some media houses and some media men are even taking leads from the social media. Oh, well, according to, I mean, come on, when we are reporters, we didn't know things like that. So the government is doing what it's doing. That is why yesterday that Governor Sanwo-Olu called together some of our colleagues. We all watched it. Even my radio station, we also linked to also get the listener to know exactly what the government was saying and all that. So it's a continuous, it's a continuous exercise. We must not rest on our oars at all. As Jide said, we don't have to like them. We don't have to hate them. As long as the society is aware of what is happening, so that the people can make informed decisions at the end of the day when we are giving them the information. Whatever they do with it, the journalist gives you the information. It leaves you to your own fate, whatever you do with it and all that.
But essentially...
But we as journalists must insist that our government wakes up and serves the people. Because sometimes our leaders, sometimes our leaders behave like they are not responsible to anybody. You know, you got to work for the people, serve the people. That's what we want to see. And if a government makes up its mind to do it, announces to us a set of plans, we have to encourage it to honor his word. Some people don't like it when you criticize them, but as journalists, if we bother ourselves so much about what someone will say, when you criticize him, you will not do your work.
Exactly.
You will not do your work.
Agreed.
So we can't have permanent friends as journalists, except you have not committed to speaking the truth.
Exactly. Then you are
if you have committed to speaking the truth, you will speak the truth at all times.
All right. All right.
So that's what we should do. Today's generation of leaders, they need to be pushed. They need to be nudged. If a journalist will fail to do that, then there will be manifest. Yes, there will be manifest misgovernance, and we have to do what is right.
All right. So to our last story for the day. Judgment, it is said, is not required upon all occasions, but discretion is. The Pan-Igbo group, Ohaneze Igbo worldwide, has cautioned Igbos, especially those living in different parts of Nigeria, not to participate in any protest or violent action against the federal government. The President General of the Sociocultural Organization, Chief Emmanuel Iwayamu, said he had received calls from different parts for him to call on Igbo to join in the planned protest. A communique issued at the end of the emergency meeting of the Southeast leaders and stakeholders held in Enugu on the 22nd of February. While agreeing with the injustice done to their Southeast region, the group hopes that superior reason would prevail in the end. Let's share some people's views on the matter with you on this story. Our man here is Bamidele Ajayi. Let's go there.
The President General of Hangout Igbo worldwide, Emmanuel Iwayamu, had earlier stated that Igbo will not join in the planned protest, citing several appeals made by the people of the zone in the past. That decision was unanimously endorsed at a recent Southeast leaders and stakeholders meeting held in Enugu.
We are wiser now.
Reacting to the development, this Igbo youth organization commended the steps taken by the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Group organization.
We are wiser now. Yeah, we are wiser because they have been using us as sacrificial lamb. But this time around, we said no. It is good for Tinubu, for the president to know his enemies. Not that somebody said. It is obvious now. Those people who want to put the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to cow Igbo into it. For Igbo to join them to do protests, to see how they can destroy the government so America can take over. So we cannot be part of it. Igbo are wiser. We'll have only 3 demands. We cannot go to the street to protest.
They explain steps taken by their members to ensure Igbo youths comply with the directives, to ensure they shun planned protests and mobilize support for President Tinubu's administration to succeed.
The call by the Ohaneze Igbo President General is not a wrong one. It is just something that is in line with the feelings in the air, in the atmosphere among the Igbos all over the country and everywhere in the world. So my own take on this, I'm just using this opportunity to call on fellow Igbo young people. It is not necessary at this point. It is not necessary to join the protest. This position is very critical.
Igbo people are known for hard work. Igbo people are known for making money. Igbo people are known for resilience. We suffered it, not today. Even during the war, after the war, everybody knows how much we are giving to the Igbos. But we came out of it stronger. Now is not the time to protest. We are not joining anybody to protest. We are going to continue in that our resilient spirit. That's what I enjoy all Igbo youths to think in that direction this time around.
Meanwhile, the President General of Hangout Igbo worldwide promised to convene a meeting of top Igbo experts on diverse fields to strategize on how to overcome the hardship. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News Enugu.
Yeah, you did. That's straight from the heart.
Yes.
straight from the heart.
Let me say that a short story cannot tell the entire story. What Ohaneze Ndigbo said was that there is no better time than now to invoke the indomitable Igbo spirit of brotherliness, hard work, ingenuity, wisdom, resilience, inventiveness, perseverance, and capacity to turn adversities into diverse opportunities. They talked about what they went through during the Civil War. And they are saying, look, what we are going through now should be an opportunity.
To exploit.
Yes, to make ourselves better, because what they went through during the Civil War is greater than what they are going through now. So there's no need to
bring the
roof down. Again, they made the point. The seventh of their the points that they raised was that it was reiterated that since the 2023 presidential electoral matter has reached the Nigerian Supreme Court and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has been declared the winner, as law-abiding citizens, we have therefore decided to support the Tinubu administration. That was their seventh point. They made the point that at this time, everyone should think about how we can improve agri production. So at this meeting, so many issues came up. Yes, they talked about how in the past the region had been marginalized and that people, when they demonstrate in this manner, they will arrest them. People of other tribes will be released, they won't release.
Use them as kind of
Igbos. So they made that point. They made that point clear. But they are saying, look, let's use this opportunity to improve agri production. And it's what we can do. Nigeria is blessed with arable land. I once told the story of an Israeli friend when I was in Kano, who said, if Israel can be one of the greatest countries in terms of agriculture, despite being in the desert, Nigeria has no business.
Being hungry and all that.
Being hungry. If the Chinese can feed themselves,
Nigeria.
If the Indians can feed themselves, India is probably the most populated country in the world. They've overtaken China. If they can feed themselves, what is our problem? It is in Nigeria that you see trees growing even on mountains. You go to some countries, their mountains are capped by what is it called? Snow. So there is even no chance of growing
vegetable or whatever.
You go to Australia, a sizable portion of Australia, it doesn't rain at all.
And it's
so they can't plant.
Desert,
It doesn't rain at all. So you can't do any form of agricultural activity. So, but look at our country. I once watched Awolowo speaking at a rally, and he said in Nigeria you can grow maize 3 times a year.
Yes, you can. You can.
So, what is it again?
At least,
and then we'll be importing what we eat. At
least in Lagos, I know that you eat corn almost throughout the year.
Yeah, throughout the year. And it's like that in the Niger Delta as well, because they have consistent rain. So, this is adversity should bring the best out of us. That is what Iwanyahu and others are saying. You know, that look, this is not the time for protest, because when protesters, you don't know how it will end. Some people may hijack it and then they'll start taking innocent lives.
And some people will be arrested whether or not they are connected to it, which is what they raised.
The police will still pick people.
But John,
when you get to a police station, you start defending yourself and proving your innocence.
I have a slightly different opinion from this.
Before you come with your opinion,
okay.
One of the 7 points they raised at the communique was giving the region an extra state.
Yes.
But it is not particularly easy to create.
It's not by fiat. You don't
create states and all the states created from 12 to 36.
By military.
Yeah, but
I did it by fiat.
Did you call for civilians?
Martial laws.
Civilians can't even create.
They can't create local government. Look at the 20 that
we flirted with the idea, and so many states came up.
Yes, at that state. In fact, even some local government even have 2 states. Where I said
Lagos too. Out of Lagos and Ogun, they wanted to create Ijebu State.
Ijebu State.
Even during the military.
Do you also know that even my place, Edo, that is not a particularly big state, they also want a famous state. They said the Benin are dominating this and so
and
even if you
the Benue people, they want upper
state exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So where I said I actually have
I don't think that thing will stop. People will just go.
No, it will not. Even if you create and be asking for, I think the other day said they want a Neoma state that will have Asaba. Then Delta state will now have Warri. All these other things are out there. If you stop, if they get to, if you create
America has only 50 states.
50.
And from the size of West Africa.
America, if you go to
the size of West Africa, but it has only 50 states.
If you go to Edo and create a famous state comprising Afeman and Nesa, Afeman we ask for another state. Onwa we say we want another state from Esak and all that. So we will stop. So where I say, Iwayan we say is somebody who have been here for a very long time with champion newspaper and all that. So it's not somebody. It's not a Mino when it has to do with
Iwayan Football Club.
Iwayan Football Club was with pattern for wearing a later Oriental and all that. So, but where I have a problem with his call, no matter how applaudable it may seem, but I have a problem. The problem is that I think for me is quite divisive. Another statement to make a call. And if you say, okay, don't go on any protest, talk to Nigerian youths. That's the way I see it. Why now remove Igbo? Igbo will not be part of it. So the Yoruba can be part of it, the Edo can be part of it.
No.
I say that's the way I'm saying it.
No, but
for me, if
to their people.
No, what I'm saying, why shouldn't he talk to the Nigerian youths? This is not the time for us to...
There could be an opportunity, still.
There could be.
You know, the truth is, it was a meeting of the group.
I know that. Actually.
So
we use this opportunity to call on Nigerian youths not to, particularly. I mean, you write speech. You write speech for people.
So long as you don't go to court.
No, I will go to court on this.
Don't.
You will lose now. The lawyer will charge your money.
But he was talking to Igbo.
So and then what I'm saying, I also see, I quite agree. I said, using that platform to talk to Igbo, could I also say, on behalf of Igbo, we also please, we say Nigerian youth do not do this. Let's use opportunity now to turn adversity into
leaders. Let other
also talk to their own
cultural leaders. Also talk to their people.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a Afenifere
and
is that how they are thinking? Let others do. He can't. It's not. Iwanyawu is not the leader of all ethnic groups in Nigeria.
Yeah.
He's not trying to punch above his weight within his
own
group. Yes. You know, like when they criticized the Baba Deboe the other day, he said,
I was talking to my congregation.
My children. No, because what Baba Deboe will say to his children in the congregation camp.
Okay.
If people see it on social media, they are going to fight him. And you know, today's children now they know
they don't respect anybody.
They know they agree for anybody.
They know they
don't agree for anybody. So the man said, "No, I wasn't talking to you people. I was talking to my children."
That's all.
But again, why I said so is that that's why it's making this news, and that's why we are discussing it. So, and he has also said, the president who is there today said, "But we support him and all that." It would have been, for me, it would have been an opportunity for you to talk to Nigerian youths that we have talked to our people. Please don't also do this so that you don't further, create, exacerbate the problem already having. See, that's what I'm losing. So it makes it national rather than makes it regional or ethnicized. That's the only place I fought his call. His call is applaudable. I have no quarrel with that. But as I said, I think it's too restrictive to a certain, it's a section of the country. That is why I personally have a problem with that call.
Except that you are Edo.
Yes.
The man is talking about is southeast. Now the one will concern us.
So my Edo can go and protest.
It's your
it doesn't concern Iwanyawu.
it's your choice.
Okay.
No, but seriously, and again, the communique talked about Southeast has only 95 local governments.
Yes, I said one of them, and the other one has 188 and all that, and then five
under this states. Present dispensation.
No, it's not possible. Anybody who's talking about staycation should just forget to bury that.
No,
that thing is key.
Exactly.
Cardinal point.
Yes, that
as marginalization.
There are just 5.
That's it.
People will come up with all kinds of arguments. Landmass and all that. Some local governments in Borno State, some local governments in Niger State are bigger than some of the states.
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
Apart from Enugu State, Enugu is the biggest state by landmass in the southeast.
Southeast.
Some of the really big local governments like Damboa in Borno State, Konduga, they are bigger than some Igbo states. So this argument has always been there, because in arriving at both revenue sharing module and all that, they will look at population, they will look at number of schools that you have, they will look at even land mass, all of those factors come in. So, but I agree that as a geopolitical zone, they have every reason to feel that they should have had 6 states the way others have.
Northwest has 7.
Northwest has 7,
yes,
for example. So they have, maybe at the time they gave Northwest that extra one.
Should have been
one for the East, and then it will be
just exact parity.
Balance. Look at Bayelsa, 8 local governments. It's a state on its own, But Bayelsa is bigger than Lagos in
terms of land mass.
In land mass, Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria.
But in terms of population density,
it's the biggest.
Last word, quickly.
Well, last word. First, let's look at what these state governments are doing. 2 states we talked about today are Lagos, where we work and reside in. We also have gone to Ojire's state, Kogi State. I hope Obaseki, even though he's going to leave government, because this is his last and final.
He should do something.
He should also do something before he leave as a crown, not too late. And then we go to our brothers in Delta. Let's just see what we can do to ease the pain for now. Yes.
You know, one last line.
Honestly, I would tell Chelsea's line, there is nothing at this time that is too small to do for our people to ease their pains.
Yeah.
If I had money, I would be sharing palliatives almost every day. During COVID, some people supported me, and I was sharing.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we must go.
So we need to
thank you very kindly.
Show empathy to our people.
And so on behalf of the Backroom Boys and everybody here, it will just about do it for the show today. If you missed any part of it, don't forget to join us at 11 later tonight for our repeat broadcast. Of course, on Sunday, we expand the field for you from between 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Today, there are many complex, boring, expensive, and useless exercise machines in the market. Or you pay over 400,000 naira a year for gym membership and never go. ShopX TV is proud to introduce Total Crunch Evolution, the compact, versatile fitness solution that is perfect for you. With Total Crunch, you get a complete fitness workout in one machine. Say goodbye to ineffective and complicated exercise machines. Now, you have the power to transform your fitness journey and get the body you have always wanted right in the comfort of your own home. Total Crunch is the efficient and effective way to build muscle, tone, and tighten your legs, shape your back and pectorals, while strengthening your core and defining your abs. Now that's totally effective to get the body you want. With Total Crunch, your whole body works out at the same time. Only Total Crunch can put your whole body in motion as you burn calories and lose weight. Just one fitness routine a week will achieve serious results in 4 weeks.
Total Crunch Evolution has enhanced the way I work out and the results I achieve. It's not just a fitness equipment, it's a life changer. This versatile, time-saving machine is perfect for anyone looking to lose weight or stay in shape. Trust me, this is a game changer you've been waiting for.
With my busy schedule, finding time to work out and stay in shape has always been a challenge until I discovered the Total Crunch Evolution. It's a lifesaver.
Traditional exercise equipment is large, complex, takes up so much space in your home, and you could be paying up to 400,000 naira for annual gym fees. Get the Total Crunch Evolution, the 2-in-1 fitness solution